Destiny's destiny. You can fight it as much as you like, but I was lucky I got dealt a good card and got a great family whom I love heaps, and yeah, happy. Yeah, that's who I am, just happy. Always got a reason to smile until tax time.
If I think about the statements that some people make that adoption, the kids would be better off in their own country, then in an ideal world, I'd say that that's absolutely right, and that from my perspective, adoption is the second best. But we're not living in an ideal world, and we're talking about a situation where there was a war and where there were a lot of children who would not have had their biological parents. So the next best thing is to be adopted and to grow up in a family where you're loved.
Imported squid, and I'm just going to do it up with a bit of balsamic vinegar on the barbie.
Shane spent his childhood surrounded by love and support from his large adoptive family.
I grew up in a family of 7. If anything, I remember like my older brother Peter when we were in school, and if he was around at the time and he heard someone bullying me or whatever, he'd stick up for me and, come over and help me out. And that was always the kind of philosophy I think the whole family had. It was quite a comfortable situation, I guess.
In Western Australia at that particular time, there was a political group that would post a lot of anti-Asian posters and stickers around the place. So we'd go, all of us, all 7 of us, and we'd go with a few buckets and scrapers, and when we saw them, we'd scrape them off, or we'd alert the council, and we took that personally.
So as soon as we'd see a post that had anything remotely like Asians go home on it, was, right, stop the car, get out, take it down.
Yeah, whatever slur was against the Asians or was against our children. So we had to stand up for that, and that's what we did.
That used to make her blood boil. Yeah, I remember that.
But not all adoptees from the Babylift want to explore their past. Shane is content with his Australian life.
I definitely don't want to search for my parents because it's just a waste of time as far as I'm concerned. I'm just happy with the way things are now. I'd like to go back to Vietnam and have a look at the culture and the people and know where I came from, but as far as finding my parents, it's not high priority at all. Even if you find your parents, that's awesome, but then what do you do when you find them?